Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you're all well out there.
And thank you for joining us. And my name is Matt.
And I'm Kirsty.
And we're MK Clairvoyants.
Yeah, lovely to see you. I hope everything's going okay. You've had a decent week or so. I know it's been a bit mad for us. We've been a bit tired, but we've been resting and we're back fighting fit. So that's all good.
Yep, I've been doing my press-ups. I've gone from 1627 to 2003 apparently. And 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's the time, sorry. But no, I'm fighting fit and we're back to normal. So it's great to see you, and thank you for all those who sent healing to ourselves.
Yes, wonderful. And it's done that much healing. Your healing's done that much. Look, his face has gone furry again. Oh, what's that about?
Jimmy Crackcorn and I Don't Care, I think, comes to mind.
Oh, bless you all. Okay, so guys, the way our show works tonight is that, you know, I consider us and we consider us a big family. So what we like to do is we have a little chat, we have a talk about different topics, we ask questions, we talk about the questions, and then whoever asks the questions gets a reading, or you can answer our question, which tonight is...
Which form of these mediumships do you like to see or use? So is it mental mediumship, where it's all happening inside the mind and the medium tell you what's happening, which includes trance as well? Is it healing, or is it physical mediumship, where things are actually happening, where things are moving?
Like the chucking the trumpets and the balls around. And the trance is for those of you that aren't sure what trance is, it's where they kind of overshadow you, and they kind of they can use your body, if you like, and rather than just use your mind. Hello, Cherie. Nice to see you. Hello, Crystal.
Hello there, Jason.
Hi, Jason. Lovely to see you all.
I think that was Jill who was there with the cat, so hello to you as well.
Yeah, hi, Jill. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Okie dokie. Mr. Producer's in fine voice.
Hello there, Rhonda.
Hello, Rhonda. Nice to see you.
Hello, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. It's now. Woo! I didn't miss it. Cherie, bless your heart. Absolutely bless your heart.
Hello there, Shelley.
Hi, Shelley. Nice to see you.
Hello, Christine Davis.
Hi, Christine. Some lovely friends coming forward. Tina Place, good evening to you. Oh, bless you. Cherie, we missed you too. It felt very weird not last week. Pamela.
Hello there, Pamela.
Hello, Pamela. Lovely to see you, my darling.
Hello, Bianca Garza. Hopefully I've said that right.
Bianca Garza sounds good. Hello to you too. Hazel Harrison.
Hello there.
Evening to you. And Richard says good evening to all of you.
Hello there, Crystal Eyes.
Yeah, hi. Nice to see you.
Hello, Julie.
Yeah, there's Julie with a little cat, bless her, with those very piercing eyes. Ah, okay. Tina's saying, I feel really drawn and would like to proceed with trance mediumship. That's wonderful. Okay, Wendy, trance is fascinating to watch and listen to. Okay, talking trance, guys, you guys probably are aware, but we're just checking in to see if you do remember. If not, you can grab tickets because Polly and I think is it Leah? I beg your pardon. Yep, Leah. They're doing a trance mediumship demonstration. Is it Saturday? Sunday.
Sunday the 6th.
Sunday the 6th. So yeah. So get onto it and pop and see them. You see Polly and Leah do their magic and wonderful stuff. So hello to Mr. and Mrs. B.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. B.
And Joe, yes.
Hello, Maya.
Hi, Maya. And Maya's saying mental as I'm still learning and find the most success with clairvoyance.
So, as we just said there, Maya, Polly will give a demonstration with Leah on Sunday. So that'll be a perfect time to see that. Hello there, Linz Cato.
Hi, Linz.
Hello, Veronica.
Veronica Jenkins, hello to you. It's lovely to see so many people. Hi, Alison.
Hello, Alison.
Alison Barton. Got your tickets. Yay,
excellent.
Alison. Joe, well done, Joe. Excellent. Or Mr. and Mrs. B. I keep getting told off for calling you Mr. and Mrs. B.
And you've got yours as well, Tina Place.
Excellent, Tina. Wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful. So you should have quite a good old show then. That'd be fantastic.
So, Crystal Eye says, I like all types of mediumship. Would love to see transfiguration, though. There would be no denying that at all. I don't think. What about you, Matt and Kirsty? What is your preference? Ooh, tables are turned. I feel like a contestant on The Price is Right. Crystal, for me, physical mediumship is what I like to see. I've lucky enough to have a few friends who demonstrate that, and I've had some fantastic results in seeing that. Me personally, how I work is mental mediumship, obviously, but what I like to see is the physical mediumship, excuse me. Me,
I am just totally greedy. I love it all. I could not choose. I honest to goodness could not choose. I love mental mediumship because that's what I do. That's how I work. But I also really love trance. I'm just sort of developing that at the moment. Physical mediumship, I've always been fascinated by physical mediumship. I think just for me, I just love spirit. And whichever way they come forward, I just love it all. So, how about Crystal having our first reading? Okie dokie. So, I take it you're looking at me for that then, dear? Yes. nice and comfortable there. Yeah, lovely.
This is the thing of marriage, you see. I look at Kirsty and she looks at me, and we just know that, that's what you mean. Like I know when she's looking like that, I need to go and do the pots.
Oh dear. Right, I'm just pulling you some cards now, Crystal, as I sort of speak to you. Trying to get a few cards in there for you. Okay. Right, okay. So I'm aware there's stuff going on around you at the moment, and I've got to be honest, I feel like I need some peace with you. I feel that sometimes everything's a little bit, quite intense, to say the least. I am aware that you are a very sensitive person, and I am aware that you can pick up on a lot of the energies that are going on and around at the moment. But so that in itself is enough. But I feel there's another situation around you at the moment that's just kind of, I don't know, pulling on your strings a little bit, and kind of I feel like it's kind of pulling you a little bit sort of there, this way, that way, and I feel like I need to say to you, everything's going to sort itself out with that, because you've got the power to change this, but you do have to kind of take control. But before you do that, I need to say to you, find comfort and solace in your animals and the animals around you. And if you haven't got animals, go outside, see the birds, see the wildlife that's out, because they will give you that peace. I also feel that you need to rest, because I feel quite exhausted with you, my darling. And, I feel like I need to settle my mind to work out what it is that I've got to do around this situation. So I'm being sort of shown that, it's good to take out some quiet time, okay? Just take that time out for you, whatever that is, whether that's meditation, contemplation, whether that's sitting out in the countryside, taking a deep breath, whatever. I mean, hopefully you're not on too big a sort of lockdown at the moment, so you're able to get out like that. And I feel just take time just to sit in the moment with you. And I do feel that this is a time that you're spiritually learning. I know that sounds a really strange thing. It's often things that are happening around us give us great learning, and I feel this is one of those for the moment for you. But I do want to say it's going to be really positive. You've got the whole world literally falling on your lap. Look to the future, look to the way forward, and you've got this because it's all going to turn out absolutely wonderful. So be proud of yourself, be proud of what you've achieved, and just know, my darling, that things are going to start flying. But just make sure you've got I have your dog, 6 cats, and they're keeping you safe. Fabulous. So obviously already you're doing the right thing that you're being asked to do, because animals are so healing. So yeah, that's fantastic. And I just want to say this is going to be all work out really well for you. But just take the time in this madness and chaos that is around you to go and have some time just for you, my darling.
Wow. Menagerie of animals in that family.
And Crystal said, "Oh yes, I am doing, or at least trying to do that. You're absolutely spot on. Very emotional with me. It's happening at the moment. Being pulled this way. Bless your heart, my darling. Again, I just want to say, just look after yourself, darling, because you're worth it, and you will get through this. I don't want to say it's a blip because it feels like I'm being a bit patronising, but it is. It's just a moment, because our lives are full of moments, whether they're big ones or little ones, and see it as that, and you will be able to move forward and have your beautiful light at the end of the tunnel, my darling."
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
6 cats, a dog, and a partridge in a pear tree.
He's very impressed.
We're getting ready for Christmas.
He's very impressed with that, Crystal. But I have to say, I don't think he could handle that many animals. I don't think he could handle. Could you? Not the cats. No, you see, cats they need servants, and Matt doesn't do servants. Dogs, well, however, they love you, don't they? You are wonderful to them, but cats, they used to be gods, and they haven't forgotten.
Okay, so thank you for that, Crystal. Any more hellos, please, Miss Producer? Hello, Libra Cus 23.
Hello to you, Libra Cus 23.
Hello there,
Hello,
Lauren.
Lauren. Nice to see you. Lovely lady.
Hello, Daniela.
Hello, Daniela. Lovely to see you.
Hello, Lisa.
Lisa Paris. Lovely to see you too, my darling.
Hello, Lacey.
Hey,
Ma.
Lacey Ma. Hey to you too, my lovey.
Hello, Heather Valentine.
That's all right. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about being late, my darling. You're here, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, we were late as well, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alison Barrett puts Transfiguration fascinates me. Saw Phil Shaw last week, was amazing. Looking forward to seeing Polly on Sunday, most definitely.
Yeah, I have to say, Phil Shaw is an awesome trance medium, so that was really great. Yeah, but that is Transfiguration in my eyes. Am I wrong? That I thought Transfiguration kind of come linked hand in hand with trance. Yeah, but yes. Okay, well, to me it all links hand in hand, but yes, absolutely. That's fantastic.
So Shelley Hall's put Spirit are getting me to feel instead of seeing lately, and I think it's because they knew I was starting a trance circle.
You're starting a trance circle. Oh, well done. Fantastic. We need more trance mediums. We need more mediums full stop in this world, let alone trance mediums. I'd hate to see it as a bit of a dying breed now, but there aren't many around, are there?
No, there's definitely there's even less of the physical circles. So Tina's put, hello everyone, I think transmediumship is brilliant. I've just finished reading The Convoluted Universe, where Dolores Canyon used it to receive fantastic information.
Oh, how amazing!
Convoluted.
The convoluted universe. That's okay. You're allowed.
It's been a long day.
It's normally me mumbling stumbling me words and mumbling and all that sort of stuff. That sounds amazing. I haven't actually read that, but Dolores Cannon, she's amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, fabulous.
Wendy Cleaton puts, I have not seen physical mediumship either. It is practiced less these days. Where can we see this? You can see examples on like YouTube and places like that. There are various. Okay, so there's a few examples apparently on the Facebook page with Polly who's demonstrated physical mediumship. So for those people who are not sure what physical mediumship, this is where things move. So we're using the trumpets, actual physical phenomena where the actual senses are picking up on things that can be seen, they can be heard, and all that. So like rapping, jump tables tipping, and all of that.
So effectively, what physical mediumship is to my understanding, and again, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but what spirit do is they take a little piece of you and you sit in a circle, and they take a little piece of you and kind of like your energy, if you like, we'll call it that, and then they use that energy and the energy of the medium to pick things up, make them move, and bring in sort of all sorts of phenomena, like something called ectoplasm. Yes, guys, it is real. It isn't just on Ghostbusters. And that ectoplasm can form into people that everybody can see. A physical mediumship is a thing that everybody can see, not just those that are clairvoyant. When you go to trance, the medium steps back and allows the spirit personality to come in and talk and use that person's body to communicate. The medium's way back there or up there or wherever they go, but they just surrender their body in that moment and allow spirit to communicate. But the one that Matt's doing tonight is mental mediumship, where spirit will link in with Matt's mind, and they will talk to Matt's mind, and Matt's words will come from what they have told him and communicated with him. So it's all kind of different, but it's all awesome. I get quite excited about all of it. Was I right there? Does everybody think I was right there?
Yeah, basically with mental mediumship, the phenomena is happening inside the mind.
Yep.
Hence the mental part. And then with physical, the phenomena is happening outside. So it can be seen by everyone, like Kirsty said.
Yeah. Alison Barton, it's Jean Skinner. That's, right. Pamela, you said that she's very good. Richard mentioned a lady the other night, but I can't remember her name. Sorry, I've forgotten again. What did you say?
Skinner.
Jean Skinner. Yeah, so Alison. So Richard said she's one of the best transfiguration mediums that he's ever seen, and basically he's not sure if she's still around because it was like 20 years ago, but she's definitely worth. I mean, we know somebody who's fantastic for transfiguration and certainly physical mediumship, and that person is a really lovely, beautiful, humble man called Terry Tasker. He's really, really fabulous. I'll let you tell them very quickly your story about physical mediumship, the table.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I've told this one anyway. Terry Tasker is part of the SAGB, which is the Spiritual Association of Great Britain. And one night he said to me, I mentioned about the table tipping, it's quite easy. You see these little flimsy little tables that anyone can push. It can be. And he said, yeah, but you can do it with stronger tables than that. And he got a 6-foot solid oak table, which took 4 of us to lift up about so much. And he said to me to sit on top of the table, and he could make it move. And he literally, I had to hold on for a bit of life because he had the table jumping around the room.
Bucking Bronco table. How cool is that?
So it just shows you...
No, I said bucking Bronco, Mr. Producer. He's so rude.
So, moving on. We've now got Tricia C says hello. So, hello to
Hi,
you, Tricia.
Lovely to see you. Okay.
Kirsty Murray says, good evening, Matt, Kirsty and Richard from Bournemouth.
Yeah, lovely old Bournemouth.
Yeah. Nice church there as well.
Yeah.
Hello, Linda Maxey. Thank you for liking it. Guys, if you can share, like, and all the other things to keep it free and keep us connected on YouTube, that would be wonderful.
So if you want to make some, okay. Oh, that's really nice, Christine Davis. Your mum never came to me until she came to SPTV. Oh, that's really lovely. That's wonderful.
Rhonda Robertson puts, it's all new to me. I'm loving watching different people at SPTV and see how they work. It's amazing the work you all do. Thank you very much.
Bless you.
Yes, we're very gifted to work with a lot of good colleagues and good mediums, so thank you.
Thank you, Tina, for saying that was spot on, because a lot of people have different impressions and interpretations of what different types of mediumship was, and I don't like to flummox about using long words that are unnecessary, so I kind of like to simplify it. And for those of you that don't know, transfiguration is, to me, what is like they're putting a projector onto your face, and they are projecting their spirit, the face of spirit, on their face. For me, that happened once when I was in my bedroom many years ago. It scared the life out of me, I won't lie, because it was like, whoop. I looked in a mirror and the room was very dark, and I had this gentleman's face. It wasn't my face looking back at me, and it scared the life out of me because I didn't know what it was, but I then found out actually that's transfiguration, where they're projecting it onto my face, and I was lucky enough to see it. So yeah, they are totally amazing.
Sherry Dye puts, before I ever watched SPTV, I thought that every medium was the same, but my God, you have shown me so many different ways. Love you guys.
Oh, bless you, my darling. Bless you.
Just for yourself, guys, that just a reminder that if you can like and share and love the page, to keep sort of SPTV going, and you obviously make people aware not only of tonight on YouTube, but of the many shows that our wonderful Mr. Producer Richard does every day. The other thing is, if you are joining us for the first time, hello.
Hello, welcome.
If you're only just joining us, where have you been? And the other thing is, hello to all the people who join us week in, week out.
Yes, hello. Thank you.
The way that tonight works is that basically we get you to answer our question, which is tonight, which style of mediumship do you like to see or use yourself? Do you like to use mental mediumship, which includes trance? Do you like to use healing mediumship, or also physical? Or would you like to post a question of your own that you would like answering? The people who are then chosen, we will then answer that question to the best of our ability, and then that person will get a reading, either a either a psychic or clairvoyant reading, depending on which one of us does that reading.
We do have a little bit of experience, but we don't profess to know everything, and these are, at the end of the day, only our opinions, but we're always grateful for your input as well. That's what makes it, you guys. Kelly McKeating. Hi, Matt and Kirsty and Richard. Love to all. Popped on, like to share, but I can't stop. Oh, bless you, darling. Well, okay, that's okay. Thank you for saying we'll have a wicked night. I hope you're okay too, my darling. Thank you.
Take care.
Okay. Okay. This is Jean Skinner. is it isn't just people that are clairvoyant that can see it. This is, you know, although sometimes transfiguration does occur just clairvoyantly. Again, if I'm wrong, please, Mr. Producer, please feel free to correct me. But it can be seen with the naked eye, can't it? Anyone that not just using their clairvoyance.
Yeah. Some people have to squint a little bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think Mr. Producer's well impressed with this lady because she's a real, and there are plenty of frauds out there. Is what he's just saying in there.
But there's a lot of good ones as well.
Yeah. So are we allowed to say that?
So.
Okay, so what Mr. Producer is just saying is he eventually, because he loves transfiguration so much and he's seen this beautiful lady do this amazing things, he'd like to actually get people into the studio to show him and show you transfiguration as it is happening. Hopefully somebody like Phil Shaw. That would be awesome. Sorry if you don't know this yet, Phil. Ah. He wants to broadcast Transfiguration live. So how cool is that? Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Yes, we have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you for that, Kelly, and thank you for popping on.
Yeah.
Just to say hello.
Oh yes, Elaine Thorpe. She's another one. She's fantastic, isn't she?
Yeah, no, there's quite a lot of different ones.
Yeah, I've seen Elaine Thorpe work.
Tina Places put, you always get the fraudsters in every walk of life. Unfortunately, you do. It, you know, and there's been lots of stories, especially about physical mediums as well. So Elaine Thorpe, yes, very good with her guy Jonathan.
Yeah,
you can see that on YouTube as well.
I've seen her do it live quite a few years ago actually, and there's nothing fraud about Elaine Thorpe. I don't feel anyway. I feel she's real. So, Rhonda, how did you decide what mediumship path to follow? For me, I'm just trot along and skip along wherever way spirit tend to lead me. I'm not really one for saying I want to do that and let's go and do that, because I just love all of it, and I kind of wait and see what way spirit guide me, usually through messages through other mediums, and whatever door kind of opens up for me. I'm quite laid back and allow spirit to do so. How about you?
Yeah, more or less the same. I had a natural affinity to mental mediumship. I found that quite easy doing the clairvoyance and that. From there, I pursued on to working as a healing medium and doing spiritual healing, which I absolutely love and I get a lot of results from. And yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I have no thoughts to go to work with trance at the moment, but that might change as time goes on. But yeah.
Whereas me, I'm loving the trance at the moment. I'm doing a course at the moment with Moira Hawkins and Tim Abbott, and they are showing me ways to improve my trance mediumship, and it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. I am meeting some fantastic trance mediums along the way with this journey, so it's fabulous. I would totally recommend just listening to your heart and allowing spirit to guide you whichever way that you feel, because for me personally, I think they're all amazing. I'm just a spirit junkie, if I'm honest.
For a lot of people, they tend to go for mental mediumship because it doesn't need as lot of work to see the results, Rhonda. for trans and especially for physical. It needs a lot more commitment. So where you might think, oh, I'm not really up to it this week, or miss my circle, with a mental mediumship that affects in a physical circle, and it could, you could be in that circle for 5 to 10 years to start building it all up and everything. So on there. So I believe it's myself.
Yes, indeed.
So
we're going to do Rhonda Robertson.
Okay. Right, I've got a grandmother here who comes in quite forthright, comes in very, very strong, comes in sort of giving it all of this and out the way and pushing her way through the crowds and everything. She's got a quite strong energy, but she's also got a nice smile about her and a nice way. There is similarities, particularly the lower part of the face, but there is definite similarities. I feel like I'm definitely going on mum's side of the family. I've got heart conditions that she impresses upon myself as she draws closer. I feel that she was almost like the Tasmanian devil. She never stopped. She's like whizzing around the kitchen. She's sort of making sure it's all tidy and everything, and making sure that everything's in its place. She's also a lady who wouldn't have sat around. She made sure that all her jobs were done before she sat down, and she just was a doer. I feel with this lady, she had a lot to offer in her mental capabilities, but it was the doing. She was a hands-on person. She was a hard worker, She's shown me getting the washing and all of that. I see children running around, and I just feel with this lady that I'm very house proud, and I like things to be done right or not done at all. I also feel with this lady that when she's around, I feel like my ears being pulled on the left hand side. I also feel that things keep getting moved around that are on the table and things like that. She's showing me Lurpak butter. I also okay, you didn't know your gran very well. Okay, well she comes in. Okay, who else we got? Okay, I've also got a grandfather who comes in. I want to put him about 5'7", quite thin to the body. He comes in, traditional sort of granddad, with the glasses, the moustache, and sort of the flat cap. He comes in. I feel that I had problems with my back. I feel that I had lung problems prior to me going over, and I actually feel that it was breathing, respiratory problems that I went over. I feel that I'm still over on mum's side of the family. I feel with this gentleman also that my head is just so much going on inside my head, I can't concentrate. But I just need to say to you, there's been a lot going on with yourself. You've been finding it difficult to relax, you've been finding it difficult to sleep, and you've also been finding it difficult to focus. You've been not waking up as much as you were doing. You were sort of waking up practically every hour. You're now waking up about 1:26, about 4:15, and about 6:30, and then deciding to get up. But you're very much to like your grandmother in the sense that once you hit the ground running, you don't stop. And I don't feel like I'm actually sitting down till about 8 o'clock. I just need to say to you, you need to strike a balance and make sure that everything's done properly and everything's done right. And I just need to say to you that your loved ones are around you, and they're going to be around you to celebrate Christmas, which isn't normally an easy time for you and hasn't been for the last 4 years, but to know that this Christmas will be a good year for you. Thank you for your family working with me, and thank you for yourself as well, Rhonda.
Thank you very much for that, Rhonda. No, it's not blue. Why? Did you want us to change colour our lights, Mr. P? Oh, we can go red if you want. Ready? Woo! Okay. Is that red? Is that better? It is
So
kind
45
of
degrees.
yeah. Okay. So do we go back to that, or do we go back to that? Leave it like that. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Mr. Producer is very particular on how he likes his camera frames and his lighting, and we just got told off for not doing as we were told. No surprises there.
Side profile, front look. So there you go.
Oh,
Look, just like that.
that
Just
was
like
not
that
just
angel.
like that angel. Yeah, my messy
Hello,
hair
sir.
like that angel. He nearly spilled his mouth.
Swallowed my water.
Oh dear.
Hello there, Iris.
Yeah, Arco Iris. Nice to see you. Tina Place, how do you get to meet your guide? I think that's a great question.
So go on and answer it.
Oh, you normally jump in. You're so bossy normally. Right. Okay. There's loads of ways you can meet your guides, my darlings. For me, before I answer that question, I just want to say don't get too hung up on it. Your guides, their work is to help you. They don't come in to acknowledge their existence. They acknowledge your existence. They want to work with you. So they you know, they're not overly fussed if you don't know who they are. And I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it's more of a human thing than a spirit thing to want to know who they are, because bearing in mind spirit work often as collective, you know, there are lots and lots of spirit working together. So don't get too hung up if you haven't met your guides. Bearing in mind also you will have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of guides. So I've answered that bit. Now your turn, Cheeky Chops.
Let's try my best. See what I can get away with, Tina. Okay, so with meeting with your guide, as Kirsty said, you know, it's us that give them names. It's us that want to know who our guides. Going into simple meditation is probably the easiest, and asking them to step forward, to show themselves, or to show you something that you can associate with. So, for example, if it was if you've got a North American Indian, they've got like a little tip of red. You know, you might refer to them like red feather, and every time you see that red feather, then you know it's that type of guide. So that's one way. Ask your guide to give you other signs as well when you step in, so you're using your other senses. But if you're wanting to actually meet your guide, going into a meditation, there are guided meditations that you can do to meet your guide that you can buy.
Or on YouTube.
Or go on YouTube. Yep. So there's different ones that you can do that. But the easiest is just to allow yourself just to close and ask them to draw close to yourself, and just to give you a sign. Perhaps put something in your hand, something, a visual, or something that you'll be able to recognise them every time they come. And then it's just about talking to them and building up that relationship. Hopefully that helps.
Okay, Tina, I want to say to you, my lovey, there are lots and lots of changes around you because you pulled this beautiful card, the butterfly maiden. And this is all about sort of transformation, where you go through these changes for the better, as you know, the caterpillar has its rest and bursts out of the cocoon and turns into this beautiful creature that was very different to the caterpillar that went into the pupa. This is about you and changes. I feel like there are enormous changes going on for you on a personal level, and some around you also, but for an absolute personal level. I don't think you're at all the same person that you were at the start of this year. And I know a lot of people have changed, but I do feel on a spiritual level, you have also changed. I want to say to you, you're very emotional as a lady, and that is a good thing. When people say, oh, you're too emotional, that drives me bonkers, because what it means to me is you have a big, beautiful heart, and it means you feel deeply and you care deeply about other people. So then that's quite often you can, because you care deeply and feel deeply, you can obviously feel other people's emotions that they're and feelings that they're not actually saying, and sometimes you can feel that and you get hurt. So actually it's you feel on a deeper level than others, so actually it's a gift. I do feel that you already know this, Tina, because I do feel that you certainly have a lot of mediumistic skills. Whether you use them or not, I'm not actually aware of. They're not showing me that, but I do know, I feel like you're a flower that's blossoming. If your mediumship, this is about your mediumship as well. The whole spiritual life is unfolding. But I also want to say, in your personal life, there's a situation around you that I feel that you need to look deeper into. And this is questioning your own feelings and thinking about your own things as well as about another person. The other person, I feel also you have been, you've had a lot of people around you in your past that you haven't been able to trust before. Now, the person that you're throwing questions up, this card is saying that they are trustworthy. So I feel that you need to open your heart and allow the past to dissolve, allow that big beautiful heart of yours to dissolve all that rubbish of the past where people have been unkind to you or treated you in without the respect that you deserve. So again, I just want to say this is a beautiful time of transformation with you. Allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to bloom and blossom. You're going to do an awful lot of good. I look into your face now and I see a lady that is going to do so much good in this world. So trust that, feel that, and just allow yourself to bloom that way. But also please be aware of your own sensitivity, in the sense of it needs protecting. You need to just, put yourself in a bubble of love and light, or whether you, thank you, my darling, I'm glad you understand it, or whether you ask the angels and call the angels in to protect you. But just keep checking in on yourself, particularly with this time when there's quite a lot of fear in this world, because nobody seems to know what is going on, and also this is turning a little bit to anger the longer this goes on. So just make sure that you are continually protected. I want to say, call in your protection at least 3 times a day, if not more, if you come into any sort of particularly negative or situations or grumpy people. But everything's going to work out wonderful for you. Just honour the beautiful lady and the beautiful spiritual being that you are, my darling. Did I catch you napping?
You did. That was very good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Tina. Any more hellos, please?
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Tina.
Hello there, Marcus.
Hello, nice Marcus. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well.
Hello there, Ruth Townsend.
Hello, Ruth. Nice to see you. Lovely smile.
Julie Caswell says, I have had a reading with a trance medium, I don't name them, but quite well known, and the message I got wasn't correct. Why do you think this would be if it is direct contact with spirit? Wow. Well, this is quite an interesting one, because there is times where I have had readings myself from different mediums who are similar to yourself, and they've said, ask a question. I've asked questions about reincarnation, and some mediums have said, well, why would you want to come back and reincarnate when the world is such a wonderful place up there? And then there's other mediums who've said, well, we need to come back to learn the lesson. So there are two things, and this is my personal view here, is that although it's a direct connection with spirit, it's who they are connecting with, because there are different levels of progression within the spirit realms, and obviously different spirit guides, spirit workers will have so much intelligence based on their understanding of the spirit realms themselves. So they will say what they interpret as being the message, and then somebody who is another medium may connect with somebody who's a lot more advanced in the spirit world, who will bring through a different answer. So hopefully that makes sense. I mean, if you read a lot of the books of the past of a lot of the American spiritualists, there's so many different views there. That's Andrew Jackson Davis And, you know, Emma Harding's Britain, in her book, American Spiritualism, and a lot of even Alfred Kitson and people like that of English spiritualism of the past. You know, you've got people there who are very well known, and yet their messages that they gave were completely different. So hopefully that explains, Julie.
Yeah, I also want to say, first of all, I'm really sorry that you had that experience, because my experience of trance mediumship is very much the opposite, where I had a message recently from a trance medium. We were it was during one of the course that I was doing, one of the lessons, and we were asked to silently ask questions. And I am quite fickle. I couldn't decide what question to ask, so I had kind of 3 of them floated around in my head, and in the end I kind of plumped for one of them. But this medium answered all 3, because she was able to step right back and allow spirit to enter in. Now, there could be many things going on here with that. Basically, that medium, they could have come forward, and it could be the medium rather than the actual spirit getting in the way a little bit, which is rather unfortunate, but that does happen sometimes. And also, you know, I think it's pretty much, I agree with sort of what Matt has said as well. Again, these are only our points of view. Maybe you guys have got something different. Maybe Mr. Producers, again, has something different. But when you say it wasn't correct, was that the evidence that wasn't correct, or was it the message that wasn't correct? Because there's actually quite a bit of difference. Because if the evidence wasn't correct, then it wasn't really truly spirit they were working with, because that doesn't make sense to me. Again, we all have bad days, we all have off days, and maybe that was the case for this medium. I honestly can't judge on a specific case because I don't know, I wasn't there. But if it's the message that wasn't correct, the funny thing about messages with spirit is we can alter the messages that we have. Because sometimes things aren't set in stone. If we don't listen to the advice that Spirit has given us, then we get a different outcome. Or if we change our mind about something and completely do something else, we get a different outcome. So it's quite relative as to which was which. But for me, I am so sorry that you had that experience. I really am.
Okay, thank you for that, Julie, and I totally agree with all of what you've said. I'm very much aware of a lady who comes in. I feel like I've got an auntie here. I feel like I'm going on father's side of the family. She would have had her hair tied back. She has very rounded silver glasses, sort of very prim and proper. She would have pronounced her words correctly. She wouldn't have slurred her words or anything like that. The other thing is, with this lady, she is very connected academically, and I certainly feel like a teacher, or that sort of energy is the way that she's making me feel. With this lady, I'm struggling for my breath. I feel very, very tired. I feel that this lady would have gone probably early 70s. So she wasn't a young lady, but equally she wasn't an old lady either. With this lady, I'm very slim to the body. I would say no taller than 5'4" in height, 5'3", 5'4" in height, sort of on there. And I just feel with this lady that I could have learned quite a lot from her, and I feel that I would have been very much inspired academically by her. It's sort of like I would have sat down and she would have filled my mind with lots of knowledge and lots of different things. So, like I said, I feel that this lady is an auntie, and I am feeling she's very much sort of academic, sort of like a teacher, sort of that sort of energy. If she wasn't a teacher, she certainly could have been, because you know, academically, certainly in her English ability, she could have been sort of like that. I need to also say she's telling me that with yourself, that you're very switched on yourself. She's telling me that you have progressed well in your life and that you've progressed yourself academically. But she's also saying that, you would have heard the saying of two wrongs don't make a right. So there's a situations around you that there's a situation around you at the moment where it seems that one person's view is different to your own, and just take it as being the actual view that you have and that they have their own view as well. I also need to say to you that cat must be in spirit, because I'm very much aware of a black and white cat as well. I'm also aware of there is also a golden retriever that comes in as well, that's around. So I've got that. And the message for you is see your own truths, believe what you want to believe, and believe what you don't. And basically, it's taking in what you want to believe and getting rid of the rest. And that's it in a nutshell, really. Hopefully that makes sense to yourself, Julie. I certainly feel that, this lady's going back. So it might even be a great aunt. The way that she's dressed, it's very sort of traditional sort of 1920s, sort of 1930s dress. Would have had her hair pinned back, traditional glasses and all of that. If you could just give us some feedback if you understand what was said and everything else. Thank you.
Yeah, and you put a comment up, you agree with the different levels of spirit, but this was the evidence that wasn't correct, and speaking in their guys' voices. Again, without actually knowing that situation, it's very difficult for us to actually make anything other than an educated guess. But we all get good days, bad days, and that includes maybe trance mediums, maybe they weren't quite in the energy. But the thing that I have noticed from looking at the way people do trance, and again, sort of my tutors have kind of backed this up, is there doesn't seem to be the depth of you've got various different levels of relaxation, shall we say, and in the many years ago, they used to do trance when they were almost asleep. They were that relaxed and that sort of deep in within that trance energy. Now a lot of mediums are working in a lighter, higher kind of trance energy, and it is maybe they popped in and out themselves. I mean, I couldn't, to be fair, honestly, tell you, but I'm pleased that put you off trance. Please go and see another one, and please keep loving it, because trance is particularly something. Trance and physical mediumship are particularly something that really needs to be addressed right now, because we don't want to lose that fantastic sort of mediumship.
Okay, Wendy Clayton, but how does that actually work? Stepping right back out of the body to allow spirit to take over with trance. Okay, so you're not actually stepping out of your body. You're stepping out of the way to allow in your mind.
For me, when I say I'm stepping back, now when you talk to, and again, this is what I've kind of picked up along the way. So if anybody's out there that is, teaches trance, please feel free to jump on and correct me and show me the way. But from what I've sort of gleaned from the bit that I've had, is that people will go into the trance energy in various different ways. Now, have you ever been hypnotized? Because they kind of bring you into that energy first, and it's kind of like a meditation, but you become more and more and more and more relaxed. And in order for you to just let go, that's kind of, to me, what I call stepping back. I have just literally let go and just allowed. I'm trying not to think about what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're feeling, and just being. Okay, so that to me means that I've heard people talk about just floating away. I've heard people talk about going to their own space. It depends what your mind does to get your mind out of the way so that their mind can come forward, if that makes kind of sense. Sorry, Mr. Producer, did you say something? Yeah, yeah. Some people just blank their minds. To me, I use the word get back because in my head that makes sense, stepping back. But in other people's head, as Mr. Producer just said, this could be, people just making their mind go blank. Because the thing that you don't want to be doing as a trance medium is poking your nose in and look, and absolutely lots of trust and practice, Wendy, absolutely. As a mental medium, it is your job to go poking about and getting more evidence and finding out what's when and how and why and if and what and all the rest of it. But as a trance medium, it is your job to get out the way and let them do it. And jumping from one to the other, especially when you're a nosy parker like me, it's not always that easy.
Yeah, so with that, and once you do that, then obviously you go into a controlled state where basically then they allow you to sort of, your voice might change, and that direct sort of information, as the last lady just said, allow the true nature of spirit to come through. Right, Veronica Jenkins puts, when I did trance many years ago, I was taught to go into a very deep meditation where your awareness was deep into yourself and awareness of your physical surroundings disappeared.
Beautiful. There you go. That's fantastic. Another way to do it, Veronica. Absolutely. Yes, she is, isn't she? Yeah, Veronica, absolutely. For me, that doesn't work because I'm too nosy. I'm honest, but I want to, I feel someone coming. Oh, what's that? I can feel something coming, and that's me getting in the way. So I have to sit back. And so this is why I'm just sort of learning to let go like that. So going off somewhere wouldn't work for me. I have to physically step back, but that's a beautiful way of doing it. Absolutely beautiful, Veronica.
So just before we go to Tina on there, I think that deserves Wendy.
Veronica.
Veronica, was it?
Yeah. Veronica. Wendy asked the question. Right, okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting all confuddled because there was two of them talking at once. Okay, right. Wendy, can we have some cards for Wendy, please?
That message makes total sense. We'll check out. Phil is a great aunt. Cat is in the picture, is not in spirit, but I do have a cat with the same markings that is, and is often seen in my home. Thank you. You're welcome, Julie, and thank you for giving us that clarification.
Right, okay, Wendy, can we have Wendy back up again? That's it, lovely. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Right, I want to say to you, you've done something, you're doing something at the moment that you're working very hard on, and it's been you've been trying really hard on it. The fruits of your labour are starting to come forward with that now. You need to congratulate yourself on how well you have done. I'm aware that this is quite a moment where you're not actually giving yourself the praise that you need. I feel in your head you are giving yourself a bit of a hard time over certain things that are around you. It's time to flick those thoughts away. That little voice in your head that's going, yeah, like that, you need to go, ping, and get rid of it. Okay, because it's not on. You have done so well. You've done nothing wrong. So you're getting there's blame you're putting on yourself here, or you're feeling guilty for something that is around you, or you're not allowing yourself to have the praise that you deserve right now, Wendy. There's this saying that says, "Oh, self-praise is no praise." I think that's the biggest load of pants I've ever heard in my whole life. Actually, self-praise is enormously important. It's not because we want to be arrogant or big-headed. It's because we need to learn to love ourselves and accept ourselves. That is the greatest, is literally, as our Whitney herself said, it's the greatest gift of all. You know, when you talk to people like, who's that lady from Hay House? I can't remember her name now. Louise Hay. She absolutely is an advocate of, you know, learning to love yourself. And I agree with that because, you know, it's important that we care enough for ourselves, that we set boundaries for ourselves, we teach and show others how to respect us. And you know, we are not taught this originally. When we are babies, we are, oh my goodness me, we love our toes and our feet, and we play with them and our giggles, and we, you know, we just love ourselves, and that is in a pure and innocent and beautiful divine way. But we are beautiful, loving, wonderful, gorgeous, divine people, and we need to have that spark brought back in our lives. We don't need to have this voice that life has given us in our head. Oh, we haven't done that, you haven't done this. So you need to tell that voice to do one. Get rid of all that toxicity around you. I feel like there's some of your past trying to sneak up and kind of get you around the throat a little bit. Again, acknowledge it. Find out where it's coming from. Go through it and let it go. Because I feel like I need to say to you, you have not done, you've literally not done anything wrong. And you are blaming yourself for something that's just really, really unfair. I want to say that your household is going to start improving the situation around your household, whether that's whatever relationship, I've no idea, and I'm not going into it because I don't want it to become too personal because it's no one else's business. But I want to say there's the occupants within your household. There is a healthy change coming within one of them, and that will either lead as a move, or the healthier changes within an occupant will change the energy around, and situations are going to start to improve. I feel like I need to say, chalk it down to sort of a learning experience at the moment, and just allow yourself to say, you know what, okay, this has happened. I did my best at that time. I didn't know any better, and just allow yourself to just enjoy being you. I'm going to sneeze, sorry, excuse me. That's got to go. Sorry, excuse me. I just deafened the lot of you. I just deafened the lot of you. I am so sorry. I want to say, just enjoy the fruits of your labours. You've worked hard. Congratulate yourself. Because, Wendy, you are awesome, my darling. And you need to hear that more often. And you need you to hear that. You to say that. All right, my darling.
Okay, thanks for that, Wendy. Mr. Producer, can we go to Veronica Jenkins, please?
Yes, that was fabulous. Because Veronica came up with some wonderful comments there, didn't she?
Okay, so Veronica, I'm going to come to you. The reason being is that I have a fatherly figure here. He is very well built. I certainly feel at least 5'10", 5'11" in height. Very well built. Very much a workings man. I've got massive hands. I feel with this gentleman he would have been very much a labourer, hard worker, and I feel with him that he wouldn't be afraid to stand his ground. He shows me his work boots that are quite well battered. I have a really bad stomach. Now, when I get a stomach pains, that to me is either a stomach condition or cancer. And with him, he's around you quite a lot, but you know that anyway. He stands within the doorway, but you're also aware of him in the kitchen. He's shown me the old outhouses where the toilet used to be. So I don't know if this was a place that you've lived from your childhood or would have been his, but the toilet's outside in there. I certainly feel that there's mining sort of connections there in the local area as well. I also am smelling sort of like coal burning, and I feel that you smell the coal burning on a regular basis. And I just need to say that the worries that you've got going on at the moment are getting sorted. He's working on those at the moment. He is listening to you, and he just wants you to do what you've just put on the on there. That, you know, it's about trust and trusting that it's going to be okay. Okay, Veronica's put, sorry Matt, I can't place him. I definitely feel I've got a fatherly vibration, Veronica. So if this isn't father, I want to go somebody who'd be like a father with you. I'm definitely feeling 5'10", 5'11", well built, and I definitely would have used my hands. I also want to say with this gentleman, I would have gone with cancer, and I also want to say that I was ready to go. I don't feel very old. I certainly feel mid to late 60s at the latest. And the message for you is just to say to yourself that trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, and trust that things are going to get better within your present circumstances. If I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
Thank you for that, Matt. That was lovely. And thank you, Veronica, because can I just say there's some awesome comments coming up from you, Veronica, about the way trance is and everything. So really appreciate that, guys. So if you can sort of check out, if you can kind of check out what sort of Veronica's comments were regarding the trance, that would be awesome. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so any more comments, please? Hi, Tracy.
Tracy Honey. That's a sweet name.
Hello, Michelle.
Michelle Rodenite. Hi, my lovey.
Hello, Heather Valentine. Very educational, uplifting. Thank you. What is the difference between tarot cards and oracle cards? Do you want to answer that, or do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, I can answer that one. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Basically, I have these are tarot cards. These aren't your normal, average, everyday tarot cards originally. These are ones that have kind of been updated by the lovely Bradley Valentine, and he's basically made tarot cards a little bit friendlier. Tarot cards, there's usually 70, 78 in a pack. They have 4 suits, and they have 5 suits, I beg your pardon, 5 different types of card sets in them, 4 suits, and they have a major arcana as well, which are kind of kings, are kind of like different specific cards. Whereas the oracle cards are a little bit, tarot cards are very specific. They will give you very refined information, whereas the oracle cards, there's usually about 44 in a pack, something like that, and they don't have different types of suits in them. They just have very generalized messages. But they will you can often glean still an awful lot of information, but generally speaking, they're not. They often can be a little less realistic. And for a long time, I would struggle with working with tarot cards, because tarot cards tell you off if you need telling off. Oracle cards generally don't. They're generally a little bit nicer. Plus also with oracle cards, you can get so many different types of oracle cards. So that's the basic difference. What I would suggest, my lovey, is get some and see. I'm going to give you a quick card reading. Heather. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. There's some a situation around you also within your house, please, and in your home. I feel like you've got to take your power back, my darling. I feel like you've got to say, you know what? Actually, I'm worth more than that. So I don't know if it's someone within your home or someone very closely connected within your home. I feel like this is again what we were just talking about with the the previous reading. For me, this is about taking your power back and saying, actually, no, I'm worth it. You don't get to talk to me that way. I have an awful lot of self-respect for me. I need to honor me. You need to learn to love yourself a lot more than what you do, my darling. I feel that there's a lot of anxiety and sometimes worry that comes around with you. And I feel I need to say, sometimes you get, quite fed up with stuff that's going on around your home. I feel like I need to say, call in the angels, call in ask for your guides or the guidance from the universe, whichever kind of how you feel drawn to, ask them to shine light onto this situation so you can see the love and light within that person, within that situation, because somebody around you isn't struggling as well as they are kind of admitting to, because I don't think they've actually admitted to themselves how much that they've kind of are struggling. And I feel like almost like they're kind of all taking it out a little bit on you, and this isn't on. You should be saying, actually no, and I feel like I need to say, try and get some time out just for you, and look at ways of positive affirmations on, tell yourself how fantastic and awesome you are, because my darling, you are fantastic and awesome. And I feel like I need to say, it's all very well to keep the peace, but when it comes to the cost of you, my darling, that's not on. All right. And with that card, they bring forward the peace card. Now that to me tells me it's coming. So I feel like I need to say to you, open your eyes, look for the good within the situation, see what you can learn, how you can learn from this situation that's going on around you, and then you will move forward, because I feel everything will sort itself out in a fair way once you are able to see the bigger picture, my darling. I hope that was all right for you.
I think the other sort of difference between tarot and oracle cards is tarot has particular meanings, while the oracle is down to interpretation. So we do it very much on intuition. So thank you for that, Heather. Okay, anybody else, please? Oh no, it just completely froze and stopped. So,
Hello?
shall we?
Yep. Okay, thank you. Hi guys, it was so sorry about that. I don't know what on earth happened. We just had this almighty great buzzing in our ears, and then we was frozen up. Why do you always freeze in such funny places, eh? What is that about?
I don't know.
It usually freezes with his eyes shut. So back to the readings. We just literally finished a lovely reading there, so that was good. And Sue's now talking. Okay, Sue, the one with the lovely the angel on it with Matt's hairdo. If you have a if you have a literally your name is just Sue on this, you have got no surname. Are you still there, my darling? Can you give us a woohoo if you are, or whatever that would be? Fantastic. Just to then we can just give you a reading, because you've actually said my sister died suddenly at 6 years ago at 56 years of age. Why has she never come through? We were so close. For me, I wanted to say, Matt, I'm sure has got quite a bit to say from that, but for me, I want to say quite often, Sue, that it takes the right medium. Okay, so Sue's not answering, but I'm going to still answer your question because lots of people are quite interested to know why some people don't always come through straight away. Quite often people when they go return home, return to the spirit world, to my understanding, when they can make connections with it, they tend to find the right medium for the right job. There is a medium for each person. There's a medium for each job. I believe quite greatly. There may be many, but there also is also the right one. There also may be. If it happened too soon, maybe it would have affected you or hurt you more, or helped your healing, hindered your healing. There could be so many different reasons. What do you think?
Yeah, similar sort of thing. That basically, if I give you an example of my personal circumstances, my brother's in spirit, and he went about 30 years ago, and there's only Kirsty, one of the medium, who's ever brought them through. So for the first sort of 27, 28 years since he passed, there was nobody who had brought him through. There was no sort of connection there. No one says, oh, you've got a brother, I can't see them. No one had given confirmation of how they went. So, you know, it does happen. It is very rare. There's a variety of reasons why. As Kirsty says, it's not the right medium. I don't believe, as I've said before on this show, of the 6 months rule, that, you know, they can't come through for 6 months. You know, we've had lots of examples. The connection might not be right. It depends on how the person passed, you know, whether it was under difficult situations, and also how your sister is as an individual, her own personality. She's quite a shy person and likes things in private. She's not going to be somebody who's going to come through in a public arena. So you might need a medium to do it on a personal one-to-one, for example. I know that's happened to me a few times where I've given a public demonstration. The person I went to, the person's going, no, I can't take it, and they come and apologise afterwards, and the person came through straight away, and it's because they were private people. They didn't want all their sort of air you're washing whatever it is, the same.
It's dirty laundry or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Putting all your dirty laundry out. So there's a variety of reasons, but what I need to reassure you is that your sister is around you. She's around you quite a lot. You're aware of the right-hand side of your face that gets touched on a number of occasions, and you're also, she would have been an avid reader, and she would have enjoyed reading, and you get drawn to certain books that she would have read. Not sure why you want to read those books, but it's her just around you and guiding you. She still has an awesome laugh, I need to say to yourself. And I also need to say to yourself that your sister, you wouldn't have been able to say goodbye, but she's around you so much. And she gives you a daisy as a flower, just to say that she loves you and she loves you lots. I can leave that with you, Sue. If we're running late, so have you got any chance for any more? No? Okay.
Okay, guys, we just need to say thank you so much for coming. We hope you can still hear us because our internet is having a moment. We want to say we're here next week at the same time. We would love it if you could join us and maybe think of some questions in the meantime, so we can have another little chat. That would be fantastic.
Or come and visit us on Facebook at MK Clairvoyance or mkclairvoyance.com. Yeah. But for now, take care, whatever you're doing. God bless.
Take care. Bye-bye.